I'm Wes Schilling here with Muscle Foods, Sensory and Chemistry Laboratory and Processing and all kinds of other awesome stuff. And we have
Kavitha Krishnan.
This is Kavitha Krishnan. She's a master's student with us. We've got her working with us today because Jan was misbehaving this morning, so we had to get a replacement for her. And so we'll see if Kavitha can keep her job to next week. What do you think?
Yes.
Okay.
I hope so.
Well, today we're going to do a fun experiment. We are going to expose both marshmallows and balloons to a vacuum pump. And so we're going to go ahead, and the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take these two jumbo marshmallows, which our good friend Morgan, who's in our lab, gave to us because they were stale and her mom was going to throw them away, but we're going to use them for science. So Kavitha is going to act like Vanna White, and she's going to look at those muscles. Look how strong she is. Okay, so now she's got marshmallows in a glass container, and we're going to pull vacuum on it. And you can see as the vacuum's pulled, the marshmallows expand to the size of the container. And so, can we turn off the vacuum pump?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Do you want to take the vacuum pump with you? Everyone should have one.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I'd like to keep it in my truck just in case there's marshmallows to be pulled vacuum on. Oh, I can't. That was tough. Okay, we're going to do balloons in just a second, but before we do that, we'll explain what's going on with the marshmallows. So marshmallows are predominantly made up of sugar, air, and gelatin. And the sugar and the air function kind of like balloons in the marshmallow. And there's pressure, air pressure on the inside because it's filled with air, and there's air pressure on the outside inside the glass container, and those pressures are equal, so they cancel each other out. But when you pull the air out of the container, then the air that's inside the marshmallow expands, and it makes the marshmallow expand. So based on that, that's kind of what you do in food products. When you want to mix ingredients together, you pull a vacuum on it. It won't make it expand as much as a marshmallow, but it makes the food ingredients expand so that they will mix in and you won't have any air pockets in your food. So now, Dr. Kavitha, can you be upgraded to Dr. Kavitha? How's that sound?
I hope so.
Okay. Right, now we're going to repeat the experiment with balloons. So we've got blue and white balloons here that we'll put in the container. It's very important to put a little bit of air in the balloons and tie them off, because otherwise they will not expand, because there needs to be a little bit of air in whatever you're pulling the vacuum on. And we're going to dedicate these balloons to Connor Guyton, who's on camera, because it is her birthday, and we won't tell you how old she is, but she might tell you later. Especially at Dave's for free pizza. All right, you ready?
Yes.
All right, give me a 3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1.
So you can see the blue and white balloons, which are expanding very similar to how the marshmallows did, and they're going to the size of the container, which is pretty awesome. We'll pull that off, and we will, if I can do it, let's see. So hard. Woo! That was fun. Okay, so we hope you enjoyed our experiment, and we hope you learned a couple things. One, why you pull a vacuum when you're mixing food ingredients. And two, what happens to a marshmallow when you pull a vacuum on it. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll be back next week with another experiment.